Oh. Hello. Hello, group of strangers.
Hello,
Hello,
DM Dan.
Hello.
How are we doing?
Hi.
I'm doing good. How are you all doing?
Very
Why are we
good.
here,
Thrilled.
Dan?
We've been locked in a void state for a while, and suddenly you
have.
brought us out telling us you want to play a D&D game
Who are
again.
these
so-
people? Why have you got me here?
I'm
Yeah, I
vibrating
refuse.
with anticipation.
Positively vibrating. Yes. Hello. Hi. It's us. It's you at home watching this. You might not be at home, but you're still watching this. Hi. We're the Explorers of Elsewhere.
We are.
Yay!
Hey!
Hello.
And
Correct.
yeah, we are here, and everything looks slightly new. And there's a ever so slight whiff of the smell of fresh paint. And I think I can feel something new on the horizon. Can you feel that as well?
Yeah, I shaved
Yeah.
Dan. Just for the
You should. That's it. That's it. It's just the light
That's the new
gleaming off
stuff.
your well-sculpted
Mm.
chin. Welcome everyone to session 0 of the brand new Explorers of Elsewhere campaign. Woo! We did it.
Oh my
We're
God.
here.
Hype.
We made it.
Hype.
All of those many hours of my prep are finally coming to this, funneled into this one moment. Those 2 hours of prep I've done.
Is this all you prepped for?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
That's it.
fair.
This is the end of it. So thank you very
Wait.
much. Remember
Yeah.
to like, comment, subscribe.
We were supposed to prep for this?
So Dan was meant to prep. We were.
yeah, that's it.
I still don't know why I'm here. Who are you people?
So, yes, if this is kind of like the first video that you're watching, hi, my name's DM Dan. I kind of run things around here, and thank you very much for joining in with the Explorers Also channel. We've got some veteran faces from Yester campaign. So, hi, Anton, how you doing?
Hello. Doing good. Looking very much forward to this.
Amazing. And then we'll also skip down and say, hi, Carl, you came back for more.
I did because I'm a glutton for punishment.
You are. You really are. We are now also joined by two of the superstars from the one-shots that we recently concluded. Firstly, hello, Tim.
Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm majestic, as always. Very excited to
Absolutely
make
are.
my mark.
And speaking of majesty, hi, Meg.
Hello.
hello. I'm really happy that the two of you jumped in and joined us. And a relatively fresh face to the channel, unless you happened to see the Jason Statham's big vacation video that hasn't come out yet. Hi, Lane, down there in the bottom corner.
Sup?
How are you doing?
Not bad. I am excited to get into this.
Yes, I am as well. So, without further ado, if you haven't already watched it, we have released a campaign trailer detailing the rough kind of outline of the adventure that we're about to jump into. These beautiful five beautiful creatures are going to be the players in said campaign. Explorers of Elsewhere, Year 1, and we're here to roll some ability scores. What is
Madman.
what is
Seems
this
like it.
tomfoolery? Yeah, we're gonna do a random roll. We're gonna spice things up, and you'll see some of the homebrews that are going into this campaign as we go through it. So yeah, if you like what you're seeing, make sure to like the video, leave some comments down below on any speculations you've got for the campaign coming up, and smash that subscribe button.
What is elsewhere? We don't
What
know.
is elsewhere? Yeah, I mean, we genuinely don't know. So any ideas from you in the comments would be fantastic. I'll make notes of them. Cool. So without further ado, welcome to this very interesting looking page. Now you'll notice around the screen we have a number of boxes with your respective names in. And yeah, like I say, the first thing we're going to do is start rolling up some stats. So most of you have kind of already arrived with a kind of a vague idea of the characters you're going to be playing.
Yeah.
But the precise shape of those amorphous blobs isn't quite set in for most of you. So I think first off we're gonna rectify that. So what I'm gonna get you all to do, so starting with Anton, if I can
Sure.
get you to roll
Yes.
4d6, drop the lowest 6 times, and we'll generate your scores out.
Slash R 46.
So expanding that out is a 5165. So drop the lowest, that is a 16. And once again,
Yeah.
Good start.
very,
that
very
good?
start. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
Anton's not taking names here.
Hold
Damn,
on.
Anton.
What is that? 13. 13's all right.
No, that's a 16 again.
Whew.
Is it? I can't count.
Another 16. Okay.
Oh my god!
Anton,
Holy!
you're bringing the A game today.
Whoa!
Are these
okay.
good rolls? I don't know. I can't
Maybe Anton should just roll for all of us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, possibly.
get them
This
out.
this is where his next roll he gets nothing but ones.
So this,
17.
what was that?
What's
that was
a
good, right?
17? Yeah.
656 is pretty good.
Jeez.
6, 5,
Dan, are you
6,
sure about
great.
this? Can we just go back to stat
I'm
rolls?
getting less okay with this as we go along. 3, 3, 6. That's a 12.
I thought we were doing the whole like rolling and sharing dice.
We are. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just creating a pool at the moment.
I'm really.
Oh,
really
okay,
hoping
this-
that someone else
If
does
this
the
was
real-
just
everyone's
your
cool.
stats, Anton, I'd be terrified.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
for
this would be a.
There we go.
this is for you, Tim.
Okay.
12 is for
He's
you.
calming down now.
Beautiful.
There's a 10. Cool. And one last one.
Okay. Low rolls, low rolls.
No, we got high rolls, Anton.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh,
There
There
you
we go. Someone's getting a dump stat.
Thank you, Anton. Right, and we
Ooh,
cap
that
out
sucked.
with an 8.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. So 16, 16, 17, 12, 10, 8. I mean, yeah, it looks like a point roll character right there. So next up down the chain, Tim. Hello. Can you
Hello.
do the same, please? So yeah, if you roll me out 46, and we'll figure out what that ends up being.
Sure can. Go.
The tension.
Go, my
Tension
minion.
is
Yeah, it's like actually tense. Like,
All right.
So Dan, so there's a pool, and we're each going to be choosing turn by
Figuring out how
turn
to roll
our
away.
stats. Is that right?
But let
I
the
think-
audience in on our secrets.
Ah,
Well,
right.
they're going to be wondering
Got
what's going on with all these rolls. Yes.
Oh,
Coming out the gate strong again.
here we go
I
again.
think
Started.
Dan mentioned some
it.
like
15.
Hunger Games style battle, over these scores.
hey, I used to be
Yes,
security
absolutely.
guard.
So we got a 5. We start with a 15. 5,
Okay.
5, 4.
All I'm
Go
saying is
again.
protect kneecaps because I'm on the right height to bite him right off.
Okay, so next up is another 15.
15.
5, 5,
Hey,
5,
solid.
2. And again. Holy
I'm so
moly.
good at this. I am so good at this.
Wow.
First 18.
Ladies and
crit.
gentlemen, we have our first 18, 666.
You're going to regret this, Dan.
How many of these did you want again?
3 more, please.
Three
The
more.
despair and regret isn't in his eyes yet.
Yet.
Yeah.
There's
Ooh,
time.
ooh,
There's time.
that's rough.
There's,
That's
there's
a
still 3 more
9.
people to fuck it up.
Yeah.
That's, what is that, 9? Okay.
That's
Yeah.
a 9. Okay.
Oh.
That is
That's
another 9.
Number 9.
Sorry.
5,
Turn is
3,
it to
1.
me?
And one last one.
I'm hoping for 4 ones here. Not done it.
We got a 4.
Oh, you're
6,
hoping
5,
for your own
that's a
stats to be all
15.
ones? Oh, that's noble of you.
I'm very generous.
Okay, beautiful. 15, 18, 15, 15, 15, 9, 9.
Got a few low ones.
Amazing. So, next up, Meg. If I can get you to roll out your 6, please.
Of course. Bear with me because I've never used this thing before.
So in the, you
That's
can, if
four.
nothing else, you can click on the little D6 icon 4 times to make it to total it up.
I think I got it. Has that done it? That's done it.
Beautiful. So that is a 6, 5, 3 for a 14. First 14 of the game.
Okay. Oh, that's not bad.
Oh, that looks
Ooh.
spicy. That's a 17. That's a 665.
And again.
614. So 11. Our first 11.
And another.
Is 563. So 14. That rolls out to a 13. 445. Our first 13.
I like this pool.
Yep. And a 343. So a 10.
Do you know this is genuinely quite tense rolling these
Yeah.
right now?
I'm
Wonderful.
dreading it right now.
Meg, you've let the party down. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, where are all your 18s, Meg? Like everyone else.
Listen,
Yeah.
Tim
I
and I
just want to
tried.
note that we can potentially get a stat of 3 here, and we've
Someone's
really
gonna
got to
have
start
take
picking this
that.
up.
Yeah, definitely.
Our
don't let-
lowest is 9. We need something pitiful.
Yeah, don't let the party down, Carl. Whatever you do, don't let the party down. Do not roll low, okay? Just make sure you don't roll low.
Don't
Off
do
you
it.
go, Carl. Start rolling.
I mean,
Thank
you
you
could
so
roll
much.
all 3s all the way. It's very unlikely. But...
No pressure, but we will banish you.
Why
Is that-
why have I come up as Anton?
Because you selected Anton as your body double when you logged in.
No, I didn't. Right,
Oh, that classic Anton 2 move.
Yeah. Anton's actually controlling you like a ventriloquist dummy. Right, that's a 623, so that is an 11.
it begins. Okay, no, it's bad.
I've
Five,
also
five,
just noticed the
six.
dragoon pin on your jacket.
That's better.
Yes.
16? 16's
Thank
good.
you.
16 is
Dragoon,
good.
Dragoon's my
All right.
class.
You've given us some good stats.
Gunbreaker.
Nice.
Oh, it begins.
Oh,
Yeah.
here we go. Here we go.
What is that? That's
4, 3,
spicy.
1. That is an 8.
Oh, it's all right.
It's all right. It's all right.
Mm,
haven't
I'm
got-
not enjoying this.
You haven't gone point by, like less than point by yet. No, he's
I'm
trying.
going really middle ground, aren't I
6
here?
and 4. That's a 16.
That's good.
2 more, Carl. 2 more.
Mm.
6, 4, 2. That's a 12.
Come on, just give me one big number.
Give me a big 5. Okay, no, that's a 5, 4, 5. That is a 14. Respectable.
Just middle ground. Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and
You are a
last-
perfectly average person.
Hey, I'll
last
take it.
but certainly not least, Lane, you're up.
Come on,
Based
let's
on
get
how we're
nothing-
trending, I'm
nothing but
worried.
18s.
So we are starting off with a 6, 2, 3, 4,
Ten.
a 11.
Oh. Don't listen to me. I don't think I've understood how this works.
Yes.
We have a 6, 5, 4.
15.
Good.
And then
Yeah.
Hey.
we have a 3, 3, a 6, 6, 3 for a 15 again.
15. Look, we need a few low ones.
Hmm.
Come on, come on, come on.
6, 3, 3.
That's
That's
still good.
12.
12.
Okay, Lane, you have to tank it out here now.
Let's
I want
go.
to see some Jester 5s.
I want to see a 1. Oh.
4,
14.
6, 4. So that's 14. And the last roll of our
Last roll.
communal
That's pretty good.
Here it is.
Come on, Lane, you can do it.
Come on, doozy.
Oh.
6, 4, 3. That's
13.
a 13. That is a pretty healthy looking chart. So, bear with me 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And I will.
Hey, I got all the stats.
I'll
They're all
put
mine.
Ultra Carl.
momentarily. And we're back. So,
Oh, God.
Mm.
I've wrenched you from that
It-
temporal vortex.
Time was flashing before my eyes.
And that's how I killed 4 people with just my left toe.
So, I've kind of arranged the stats out in numerical order. So now, basically, we're gonna. So the idea behind this, we've all rolled, and we're gonna communally pick the stats for our characters from this pool. So The way this works, I'm going to, in a very scientific and fair way, choose one of you to start first. You can choose a stat each and pop it in your respective area. If you choose one of the higher stats, so the 16s or above, you skip a go. If you choose one of the low, like the negative stats, so 9 or below, then you can pick twice, basically, but you can't pick multiple negatives in a row. So, without further ado, I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10, and the person closest to it goes first.
7.
We guess the same number then.
I was going to go 7, but I'm going to go 5.
I was going to go 7.
8.
Which makes me worried. 3.
Meg?
6.
Cool. Meg's first. So, which stat
What
do you
am I
want to?
Outplayed.
Which of these roles do you want to put in your pot?
Okay. All right. Okay.
We're silently judging you, Meg. Don't.
This is
don't
this is
It's
definitely
true, and
not
maybe-
pressure.
Because if you go for the 18,
It's-
we know you're greedy.
Potentially loudly judging you, depending.
Yeah,
You're greedy
This will
goblin.
decide how well we like your character.
Oh boy.
Like,
This is
your character's
all
very
for-
well liked. Or
all for the content.
Like, you know, when there's
Okay.
slice of cake on the table, you don't want to be taking the big one. That's all I'm saying.
boy. Oh,
You also
no.
don't want to be the first one up to the buffet when it opens.
Yeah.
You always want someone else to go first.
But bear in mind.
Oh
someone's
no, I
walking out
dropped
of here.
this money to let to. Oh no, the 18. Oh no, I dropped this money. Oh no.
That
Okay.
18 means someone's potentially walking out with a 20.
We
So,
might have
this
gone
is-
with like
I'm-
a 15 in everything.
This is 200 Norwegian krona.
I'm
So-
gonna sound like a right idiot right now, and I promise you, I have played Dungeons and Dragons many times before, but you've all put me on the spot, and now I've completely forgotten what stats am I looking at. So there's Wisdom, Charisma. Those are the ones I've got my eye on, so I know those ones. And then there's Strength, no, Constitution.
So
you?
strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom. In the top right of Foundry, if you click on the little head and shoulders, you'll see your name in one of the like in that little list. If you click that, that'll open up your tentative character sheet, which we can then you'll see the stats there. But yeah, you're absolutely right. With
Okay.
the build you have in mind, wisdom, charisma is
Yeah.
kind of
And then your
lower
Dex and
is
Con, you want to
better.
be alright, hopefully.
Okay.
So basically 16, 17 is +3, 18 is +4, 14 is a +2, 14, 15 +2, 12, 13 +1, etc. So, what you going for?
I think you said something about being able to pick twice if I pick a lower stat, yeah?
Correct.
So, I am going to be, like, bang down the middle, of really humble, but also really cheeky.
Yeah.
I'm going to take one of those 8s if I can
Yeah.
have one of the 17s. Is that fair?
It's
the
up
cool
to
fair.
you. Yeah,
It's
you,
reasonable.
Well,
this,
it's,
this,
it's there now.
this court of public opinion is entirely of. It's completely
Yeah,
out of
true.
my control.
It's not the
I've-
18.
we-
I didn't take the 18, so, you know.
I have
just
formed an
remember
opinion of what's happened, and
that.
we'll consider
Go on.
sharing that later.
Go on, Carl.
I was about to say the one thing we do know with you, Meg, you at least need 2 of your stats higher than 13, if I remember.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah, you need quite a lot of your stats to be at least
So,
okay, I think.
She's just going to get the other 17 and she'll be sorted. So, the 2 of you also said 7
Yep.
as the chosen numbers. Who was that? That was Lane and. Who was the other person that said 7 earlier?
Well, I said I was going to. Tim said he was going to, but then we ended
Yeah,
up
I
not
adjusted
taking
mine
numbers.
to 3 after.
Alright.
Fine,
Oh, we
that
could
one
all
got
take
big.
the same number.
In which
Come on,
case,
8.
Lane, you're up.
Excellent. Okay, so I'm your primary healer. I'm justifying it this way.
Yeah.
Where's the token attack?
Which number is it you're after? And I'll drag it.
9
for you.
and 18.
Oh,
No,
God.
my greed!
Oh, no, it's begun.
Ah.
The party tensions have begun. Okay. 9
I'm your
and
primary
18.
healer. That's how I'm justifying it.
What class are you playing, Lane? Can't remember.
Divine Soul Sorcerer.
Oh yes.
Mm. And there's something really weird about sorcerers in this campaign.
Mm.
Really, really weird.
Surely
That's-
not.
Yeah, how odd. Right, next up. So Anton, you said 8, so you're up next.
Yes. Ooh.
Which one are you going
Ooh. What happens if I take the 17? Is that bad? I guess it is bad.
Go ahead.
for? Bear in mind, you're all.
I
adding
will
the-
just say that as given the class that I'm thinking
Bargaining.
of going with, I will kind of. I only need one attribute that's good.
What are you going for?
I'm going for Artificer, so as long
Okay.
as my intelligence is good, then
So-
the rest of what I have doesn't matter that much.
I just need to point out also that because Meg and Lane have picked top dollar, like top shelf numbers, they're missing their next goes. So the other 3 of you, the boys, are going to get 2 rounds.
I got
Hey,
the
hang
18. I
on,
don't
it's-
give a fuck.
You take a low number to take a second turn. If you take a high number, you miss a turn. So you technically got 2 turns, but you're going to miss a turn because you took a high
Yeah.
number.
Makes sense.
What am I doing?
I think
So,
my
yeah, which one you
internet
going for,
conked
Anton?
out when you said that.
I don't. I'm gonna. Okay.
Like
I'm gonna take the
likely
16.
story.
Okay, we're going. Anton's going for 16 and missing a turn. Tim, did you say you said a 5? Was that Carl?
I was 5.
I was going to say 3, so I'm
Okay,
probably
so-
last.
Carl.
So going as like a mainline tank.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I'm going to need a lot of health. So I would. I'm gonna start because I know one stat is not going to be high, so I am going to take one of the 8s.
Yeah. Huh.
See. Oh.
It won't be playing, but if we all imagine the "Who Wants to Be a Millionaire" music playing in your heads right now.
I
It
might
will
not
be worse. The countdown clock.
Yeah, I might
Dun,
not be
dun,
a
dun, dun,
total
dun, dun,
douche.
dun, 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 dun,
I'm gonna
boom.
take a 16.
Okay.
I think if you can get, 2 scores to 16, that'd be pretty good, Carl. Con and strength to 16.
Yeah, if I can get at least 2 16s, I
Okay.
think I'm gonna be very happy.
So Carl and Anton both missing their turns. Tim.
You got 2 in a row.
Yeah,
Well, unless he takes a high
Well,
number, then
Yeah. then,
Indeed.
then it's just
I'm
all-
gonna. I don't know how this is gonna work out as far as the turns go, but I'm gonna snaffle up a 9 and a 17.
A 9.
Nice.
Then you get an extra turn. You get 17, which then mitigates your extra turn. So it's just back to turn. But then Megan, Lane.
Everyone
missed
skipped a turn.
turn. Then it skips back to.
I
Thanks
said
for
to
making
Dan
it-
this would when he told me this concept.
Everyone,
I said it would happen.
right.
There'll be a
It's
turn
become
when
a
no one
nightmare.
takes a turn.
Everyone's no. It would it not go back to Tim because he had an extra turn and then bought himself another extra turn and then
Well, no,
lost a
because
turn.
then,
Nope.
then
How
you
about
all
I
started
just-
again.
How do
So
I
it's
just pick a
late.
10 and we start over? How about that? And then
In fact,
No,
actually,
it-
you know what? We all took. That's the release to 16, which you said was a skip.
Skip.
turn.
Yeah.
4 of us have taken a low one as well. So maybe if the rest of us go before Anton, does that make sense?
Uh,
yeah, go, crack on.
I have no idea if that makes any sense.
I'll stick
I
with-
warned you this would happen, Dan.
Just sticking with the plan. Meg, you're next up. Which one are you going for?
This is so much pressure. I really wish it was just lottery or something.
Everyone can have
so much
15.
worse.
Everyone can have a 15. Take a 15.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Why not, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want
Carl, I have a
15. Give me
proposition for
15.
you.
How do I get the 15?
I am listening.
Negotiate.
I have a 17 and a 9. You have a 16 and an 8. Would you like
Actual
to
bargaining.
give me your 8 for my 9? Because that way it balances out.
Yeah, I'm not against that.
Sweet. Yeah, I'd like to donate
What is this? Takesies, backsies,
my
blah,
extra
blah.
stat point to Mr.
What is
Carl.
this? Honkery.
This Dan,
What?
is your party becoming a team.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
we're,
what-
we're learning how to work together.
Synergizing.
Yeah.
So that's both of your turns gone.
I didn't
So-
agree to that.
Yeah,
So-
that's a turn.
Dan was hoping for this great big bloodbath that would bring in loads of viewers because everyone wanted to see the punch up that resulted after this and
Well,
the,
well,
I
what
hate you. I hate you all.
campaign-wide party beef that would stem from this, but actually we're all just decent human beings working
How
together.
dare you create
We'll have to
civilization
see.
and society amongst yourselves?
We'll
So I'll
have
go
to
get a
see who
knife now,
turns
yeah?
up next week.
Yes.
Because some of us may not make it.
Lane, you're next up.
Give me that 16.
Give me that 16. Bam.
I'm
missed
your
again.
primary healer. This is that. This is my justification.
Wait, you've had it for wisdom, so what are you going to use the 16 for?
Dex.
Dex? Oh,
Dex and
yeah.
con. I'm a sorcerer.
you need
Yeah.
both. Okay.
Yeah. So Lane skips a go. So then it was Anton.
Give me 15.
Go for the 15. Boom.
Yeah.
Next up is Carl.
Ooh. So there's that last 16 going, and as I sort of said, it'd be good to have a high strength, high con.
Yeah, take it.
So if everyone's
Do it,
okay with it,
Carl.
because
Go
it's a democracy as well,
Pay for it.
I will take
this
that
is-
16 then.
It's
This is
a
an
democracy.
autocracy.
We'll just judge you silently. Okay, cool. So Carl misses his next turn. Lastly, Tim.
Give me one of them 15s.
Why'd you buy him? There we
Carl,
go.
high five
15, 15 and Camp Tim.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You're above each other, so you gotta.
Oh, right. So who's on top?
Carl, you're on top.
Yeah.
Yeah, nailed it. Nailed it.
That's gonna look
right,
seamless.
back to Meg.
I'll have a 14. Why not?
Oh, nice. How generous of you. Then after Meg was Lane, who's skipping a go because it's a 16. Then we go to Anton.
Me again. I will grab a 13.
Bam.
Oh, 13. Yeah, sure, whatever.
It's in there now. And then Carl.
So if I went Battle Master, wisdom's quite important, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So if people don't mind, I'm going to slip one of those 15s towards me.
How dare you?
Yeah, I think that's about right.
Okay. There's what we have left. Okay, so Carl's got the 15. Then it was Tim.
Well, give me one of those delicious 10s, please.
Delicious 10. Well-rounded 10. Okay, and back to Meg.
Alright, well,
Closing
I've given
in on
everyone plenty of chance to get that 15, so I'm going to nab the other 15.
Okay.
Go for it.
Wonderful. No more 15s. Then it's Lane.
Give me that 10.
Give me the 10. Okay, and Carl. Anton.
I'll give me a 14.
14. Then Carl.
I will also take a 14.
He'll take a 14. And then Tim.
Lava 14.
Love a 14. And then Meg. I would say we're
Sorry,
at the
was it
dregs of the
gonna
barrel, but these are still good stats.
Yeah.
Nice bag of numbers, yeah?
Pretty decent.
Still pretty good, aren't they?
We've absolutely smashed these stats rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're just going to be
Let's
fighting
do,
dragons from
12.
session 1. That's 12 for you. Okay. Lane.
Give me that 11.
And 11. And Anton.
12.
12. And Carl.
I'll finish up with a 12.
12. And Tim.
Take that 13.
Yeah, I'll go with 13, please.
Which
And
means
11 for the rest.
Anton's getting 11. Lane's getting 11. And there
Sweet.
we are.
Wow.
We have our
I think that works out.
stats. So bear in mind that
Beautiful.
this isn't including the your ability score increases from your respective lineages. So that's
right.
going to go on top. So yeah, Lane's most likely going to be rocking a 20 out the gates. So just real briefly, and like we're not looking for definitive answers here, but now we've kind of got the stats on paper. So I'll start directly with you, Anton. What sort of character are we expecting to see from you?
So I will be playing a Lorivar Ranger. And Lorivar are these half-elves. Half-elven-looking creatures.
So Lorivar, what is a Lorivar?
What is
so
a Lorivar?
What
Yes, what
is
are
a
you
Lorivar?
saying? What are you
is
talking
a-
about, Anta?
What are these words?
I don't know. These words make no sense.
So, for all of you in Foundry, and this will potentially be available publicly at some point in the near future, if you will go to the items section, the journal section in Foundry, and there is a article called "Races of Elsewhere." So within here, over time, this will get a bit more developed. But fundamentally, Lorivar are the most kind of numerous, most varied, most diverse lineage within the world of Elsewhere, and that they are known for their adaptability. They are they're able to kind of mingle with pretty much all of the races pretty successfully, and it's through this kind of unyielding will that they are able to kind of push through hardship and succeed. To look at them physically, they look quite humanoid, with a range of skin tones and hair colors, noted by their ever so slightly pointed ears. Yes, so Anton, you'll be able to see that Lorivar gain a +2 in any of their ability scores.
Right.
And then you get to choose either +2 in a second ability score or +1 in a second and third.
Okay, cool.
You are everyone's second best friend, so you'll gain proficiency in persuasion off the bat.
Nice.
And your unyielding nature means that if you roll a 1 on an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you re-roll the dice.
Okay, nice, interesting. So yeah, I'm going for a sort of huntmaster, game warden type character. Probably a bit older, some gray in the beard and the hair.
Amazing,
So,
amazing. Next up then, Tim, what sort of character
Hello.
can we expect to see coming from you?
You will be seeing me playing probably an alchemist artificer, and they are one of the sprite people, the little tiny fellas who are born of the elemental planes, so they have kinds of elemental affinity and abilities.
Yes.
I will probably be a Terran, who are the most down to earth due to being earth based.
Hey, beautiful. Yes. So sprites are a very curious race within, a very curious lineage within the realms of Elsewhere. As a peoples, the other lineages can't really figure out when sprites appeared. They seemingly were just always there, but they're usually almost sort of like cheeky or jovial natures, packaged up with their somewhat diminutive stature. Just makes them quite well loved among the peoples of Elsewhere. And you're absolutely right, they have they seem to have some sort of like elemental affinity with the 4 primal elements. So as a sprite, yes, you're small enough and agile enough that you're able to move through the spaces of other creatures that are larger than you. And specifically as a Terran sprite, you have the innate ability to cast the Mold Earth cantrip. As a bonus action, you're able to touch like stone surfaces and fundamentally ping out almost like an earthen sonar. So you gain the tremor sensibility for 10 minutes, and you can use that a number of times per long rest. You also, from your more rugged composition, you have advantage on poison, on saving throws against poison and resistance against poison damage.
Wonderful.
So yeah,
Sweet.
a kooky little alchemist. Meg,
Hello.
what
What am I
wondrous
playing?
character are you bringing to the party?
I am going to be playing a keeper.
A keeper, you say?
A keeper.
What are they?
Ooh.
Yeah. What are they, Dan?
What are they? So, in the aftermath of the great calamity that befell Elsewhere precisely 1 year ago, the emergence of the world spirits was a very controversial, it was a bit of a hot topic for the peoples of elsewhere. Arguably none more so than the keepers, who were originally a somewhat reclusive race that tended to stick to their kind of forests and mountain and their kind of little quiet spaces of the world. But seeing their gods that they'd worshipped for countless generations conjured into, like, physically manifested before them, it was a bit of an eye-opener. The keepers stride from the forests. The term the other peoples of elsewhere would use is are gentle giants. Hooved feet, like elegant naturalistic horns rising from their brows. The keepers are striding out into the world to integrate themselves with the other lineages of elsewhere and do what they can to help. So, as a naturist, you gain proficiency in the nature skill. And as a gentle giant, you count as one size larger when determining your carrying capacity and weight you can push, drag, or lift. You did not skip leg day.
Do you mean naturalist there, Dan?
Yes.
The naturist is very different and has some real connotations for the character.
I didn't want to say anything.
It goes both ways.
You
I
know
was waiting
what?
for the
You know-
comments to pick it up.
You know what?
If we
Yeah, I
if
didn't want
we
to say anything
decide
either.
if we decide to put this camp on a different streaming site, then maybe.
Yeah, there you go. That's fair.
Explorers of
what?
Elsewhere After Dark.
When I typed that
That's on
in,
the
I
Patreon.
went, I've got to make sure it's not the one with the run around naked. And I screwed it. I screwed it. I done goofed. Yeah, that one. You've got proficiency in nature. All right.
We've just gained like 100 subscribers from that. I guarantee it. It's like, oh, it's this kind of campaign. Okay.
So, as a keeper, you will need to choose a heritage. The two primary heritages that have kind of emerged into the world are the oak keepers and the willow keepers. So the oaks are more the defenders of nature. The willows are more concerned with they're the more social creatures of nature. So oak keepers, when they take damage, they can roll a d12, add their constitution number and reduce the damage. And willow keepers are able to hide behind natural phenomena, and they're able to cast a druid craft cantrip and speak with small beasts.
Ooh. Am I choosing now? I can choose now. I know exactly what I want. I'm gonna be a willow heritage.
Beautiful. Okay, so we'll see what that character looks like soon. Next up is Carl.
I am going to be a veteran of the Great War, a Lorrivar fighter, and I think I'm going to be dipping into Battle Master.
Sweet.
And going with the protection style. So I will be making sure none of you die on my watch, or at least trying to. If you die, it's your own fault.
And Dan, we're starting at level 3, right?
We are, yes. So the campaign starts at level 3. As discussed in the trailer, this will be a 20 episode campaign. By the end of it, we will be level 5.
Sweet.
So and it'll be a its own kind of complete little adventure arc. Yes, level 3 to 5.
Yes. Lorrivar fighter. In
Lorrivar
short.
fighter, very very nice. Next up, Lane.
That's me.
Who's blowing out the gates with the 20 in their primary stat?
I will be playing an Asavar sorcerer.
An Asavar. That sounds very similar to Lorrivar, doesn't it?
Yeah, what's the difference?
That's a good question. What is the difference between an Asavar and a Lorrivar? So, the Asavar are, from a lineage perspective, are kind of distant cousins to the Lorrivar. At some point in their history, the two lineage, there was a divergence that is now old enough that the two peoples could be considered like wholly different. By comparison, Asavar tend to be a bit more slender, a bit taller, perhaps due to their slight acclimatization to like their mountain homes once upon a time, like in older times. But they're almost as widespread as the Laravar nowadays.
They're high elves then. Just say it.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Anton.
What are those?
Yeah, what's a high elf?
Yeah, no such
Asavar.
thing in elsewhere.
All right.
Elves
Asavar.
hate mountains.
Right? So, whereas the Laravar are very kind of adaptable and like diverse in their beliefs, they're just able to kind of fit in everywhere. The Asavar are different in that their culture is based very heavily on a very rigid kind of a rigid structure called the paths. And at a specific time in their lives, Asavar are given a path by the high councils that watch over them, and through sticking to these paths, Asavar are able to become experts in their assigned fields. So it was very unusual to see an Asavar screw up. And you could say that they are so infallible that you can roll a d4 on attack rolls, ability checks, or saving throws you make after seeing the d20 if you fail a roll. You can use that a number of times. Speaking of the paths,
It's like a mini guidance, right?
it's like a self mini guidance. Yeah.
Gotcha.
In terms of the paths, you have the choice of the warriors, sages, or diplomats path, and they will give you skill proficiencies and expertise in a choice of skills, as well as proficiencies in tools of your trade. So with that in mind, Lane, which path do you think your character was walking?
I have been chosen for the Sage's path.
The Sage's Path. So, in which case you gain one skill from the following list: Arcana, History, Medicine, Nature, or Religion. You gain proficiency in that skill if you didn't already have it, and your proficiency bonus is doubled when you use that skill. You also gain proficiency in 3 artisans tools of your choice. Wonderful. So, just to recap then, we have, from top to bottom, Anton's Laravar Ranger.
Yes.
We have Tim's Terran Sprite Alchemist, Artificer.
Aye.
We have Meg's Willow Keeper Druid / Bard. We have Carl's Laravar Fighter, Battlemaster. Swing. And we have Lane's Asavar Sorcerer, Divine Soul Sorcerer. I should also point out, actually, Sorcerer. I'm sure someone's going to have picked up that we said that sorcerers need Constitution and Dexterity earlier, and that's just wrong, isn't it?
Not in
Because-
elsewhere. It's not.
Not in
now.
Not in elsewhere. So, in elsewhere, one of the homebrew rules is that sorcerers, the primary stat for sorcerers is Constitution rather than Charisma. The act of channeling mana through your body, through your very self in elsewhere, is a very taxing ordeal. So you tend to find that the best sorcerers are the ones that can withstand the physical pressures of doing that better.
And
Yes, Anton.
and wizards use strength, right, Dan?
Yeah, they're all casting
In this world, all spellcasters are like buff.
They're jacked.
Whoa.
Wizards actually use a secret 7th stat.
There we go.
They call them spell bros.
Yeah, it's like strength, dex, con, intelligence, wisdom, charisma, heal.
I
So
agree with this.
so yes, Lane, your Divine Soul Sorcerer will be con based, and the other classes, sorry, are using their kind of primary stats as normal. But that kind of gives us an idea there. I guess in terms of the campaign, like what are your characters going to be doing? Like, who are your characters? So the gist of year one is that in the aftermath of the Explorers of Elsewhere founding, like managing against the odds to kind of bring themselves together and start making plans that are seeing the light of day, you've been selected to be on one of the first expeditions out into the wilderness to create a frontier town. In the aftermath of the Sundering, like the Great Calamity, the only way that societies are going to be able to reconnect with one another is if they start reaching out into the dangerous unknowns in an attempt to find one another again. So these frontier towns are the foremost tool of the Explorer Society to making recontact with everyone. So with that in mind, we'll start from the bottom this time. Lane, why would you? Have you got an idea of why your character might be on one of these expeditions?
Well, you see, divine magic is sort of revered very highly in Elsewhere.
Absolutely.
So, because I wasn't born with my powers, they were given to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I have been chosen for this first expedition. All the Aesivars kind of saw me and went, "This is your path. We were wrong. This is your path." It has to be because I was chosen, right?
Of course.
It
Yeah,
has to be.
because from what I understand, the thing about sorcerers is that you weren't necessarily born with these powers; like they came later in life, right?
Yeah.
It's an auspicious sign.
It has to be. It has to be.
Or maybe the other Aesivar didn't like you.
I have to have been chosen for this, right? Have to.
The moment you leave, like all the balloons start coming down. It's just like, yes,
Like, we got rid of the bit.
It just gave me the wrong path as a joke.
When did it figure it out? Don't care.
Okay, amazing. And Carl, with your Laravel Battlemaster in mind, why do you reckon your character is on this expedition?
Well, after his heroic duty in the war, he was knighted, and with all good knights, it is their duty to protect others, and he is going out of his way to show just how good of a knight he is. Although he definitely seems to have a bee in his bonnet about something, and obviously that will be revealed in good time. But no, he is a knight, goddammit, and he will do knightly things. He will keep you safe because that's what knights do.
Amazing. Meg, why do you reckon your character has tagged along for the ride?
So I'd like to describe my character as druidic, but with bardic tendencies, and there's a reason for that. So my character is a keeper, and part of her tribe's purpose of being is to, sort of act as guardians of nature, and to sort of their ultimate goal is to sort of commune with the world spirits. And then, as you quite rightly said, Dan, suddenly the world spirits appear, but to the wrong people, not to the keepers but to others. So the brief given to her by her tribe is to go forth into the world and sort of find out more about what's going on, and in a lot of ways to kind of find out from the mortals themselves what has happened to make it so that they are the ones to bring forth the keepers' gods on paper. But in reality, I'd say my character has her own reasons for wanting to get out of her own tribe, because, to be honest, there's only so many squirrels you can have as your best friend,
You never have too many squirrels.
And there's
Pretty high number.
Yeah, well, 15. Nobody needs 15 squirrel friends. And also there's only so much you can talk to your peers about the trees or the weather or how beautiful the the glade ponds are looking this time of year. My character definitely wants to get out into the world and explore and just live, because at the moment she feels like she's existing.
Okay, very, very good. Tim, what's
Yes.
the dealio with your Spritio?
My Spritio has probably been invited along because although they are perhaps a little difficult to get on with at times, there is no one better than her for giving you some juice that will fix a broken leg or make you really good at building a house quick. She's mostly agreed because, for one thing, there's just way too many people about like where she is at the moment, so get out on the frontier, much better. And also, heard on the grapevine that there's these crystals starting to appear that have some interesting properties, and is wondering, can you drink them? Can you snort them? What will they do? So, gotta get out there.
God, you're going to be one of those people who lick it just to see what happens, aren't you?
Yeah,
Oh,
or like give it to
science.
someone else to lick, depending on.
Oh boy.
That's just genuine archaeology.
I hope you're putting that
It's just good
17 into your
science.
constitution, Tim.
It's true.
There's a reason that I have gone with someone who has a resistance to poison.
Oh, smart.
Uh,
Gonna spike all our drinks.
amazing.
Science.
Last but not least, I've just realised that Anton, you've gone like 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. You've got a perfect.
I
balance.
gave all the low stats to everybody else. Aha! You screwed you all.
Genius.
I wanted 3 low stats.
So, Anton, what is the deal with your ranger?
My ranger is most likely a game warden
Mhm.
that used to work for a noble family. Obviously, when the big boom happened, or the big melty pot thing,
Yep.
then lost his job, but still felt he had a connection with the outdoors, and is enjoying this new landscape that there is to explore, and putting his talents as an outdoorsman to good use, exploring and uncovering strange places and creatures.
Okay. Amazing. Right. So, with that kind of brief kind of overview, bear in mind, I think for most of you, the character concepts aren't 100% set in concrete, so there's still a bit more time for adaptations. We kind of put the characters together.
Speak for yourself.
But I think we're pretty much good. We're almost ready to kickstart the adventure. So, unless any of you have any pressing questions for your DM.
I don't have,
When do we-
don't have a question for you, Dan, but I have a question for them.
Yeah,
Are you going to subscribe?
it's a good question.
No.
No,
I'm not going to. I've
what?
decided not to.
Yeah, I'm not going to
What?
because I already have.
Don't listen to this lot. Just
There-
hammer that button.
Here's the
alright,
problem.
I'm
What
just
if they
gonna-
subscribe but they also don't
I'm
like
just gonna,
and click the bell?
I'm
What
just
then?
gonna
I
overdub
know,
everyone
right? They
saying
need-
yes. It's all right. I'm gonna...
Not
yes,
just
I
you.
love to subscribe.
You've got to pressure your friends, your family, your local GP, the guy who brings your milk round in the morning, your postman, your Uber Eats driver, everyone.
Especially your
Everyone.
Uber Eats driver.
Especially-
They need something to watch between deliveries.
Yeah.
They need something to
elsewhere.
watch while making the deliveries in their car.
I strive for good driving practices, but when you're stopped, watch the explorers elsewhere.
Well,
When are we starting, Dan?
subscription bribery aside, the first episode 1 will be released in a fortnight's time. So save the date, everybody.
Yeah,
We
wait.
will kickstart this adventure on the 12th of March.
Amazing.
Bom, bom,
Bom, bom,
bom.
bom. Next week we will have a meet the players. We'll have a confirmed rundown of the characters for everyone to get to know them. But I think, yeah, you're all ready for the rediscovery to begin. So
Does that
with in
mean
mind,
then are we the explorers of elsewhere now?
you are now explorers of elsewhere?
As you said, we're the foremost tools of elsewhere.
So
Yes.
Wait, what?
So with that little bombshell, yeah. Thank you all for rolling. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you next time.
No one gets this because I got the
Bye.
18.
Hey.
Don't give it to me.
Bye bye.
Bye, guys.
Ciao.